guys, welcome to the Film Guy and Friends, and I'm the Film Guy, and today I'm going to be doing a weird video, a different video. So I don't usually tend to do videos like this. I've been thinking about doing it in the past, but then I thought, well, there aren't very many movies that I watch where my opinion changes, or that I feel is necessary to talk about my opinion at this point. So yeah, this one isn't going to be edited, so I'm leaving in everything right now, and it's going to be very awkward and weird, but, you know, I'm in a rush to get this video done and up, so I don't really want to take too much time into it, and I know that sounds like a horrible thing to say as a YouTuber, but I honestly, at this point right now, I don't have all the time that I need to edit this, and I really don't even have the time to film this, but I'm doing it anyways. But, so these are my updated thoughts on Ghostbusters, the 2016 reboot. Now, if you guys remember, I believe it was a couple of weeks after the movie came out, I put up my review, because I needed a little bit of time to kind of just let it set in and figure out what I thought of this movie. And that's not to say anything negative with the movie, it's just that there's a mixed bag in this movie of good and bad that you can't give an opinion, like, straight off the bat. I mean, you can and say you liked it, and then, like, but that's what I did. I said I liked it right after seeing it, and that was true, but I still needed to let it set in more before I came up with my final thoughts, and then I came up with my final thoughts, I did the video, I gave it actually a very positive review. I really enjoyed the movie, honestly, and, then I didn't watch it again until, it has just come out recently on Blu-ray and DVD. I rented the DVD from my local library. Actually, cool story with that. I got an email. I haven't been to the library in a couple months. I should really start going there more again, but, I got an email from the library, and they said, you have a movie reserved for you that is in, and I was confused, because I haven't been there in a couple months, so I didn't request anything to be held for me, and so I was very confused with that, and, I stopped in there earlier today, and I was like, hey, I got this email, what's this all about, and, the lady said that they bought, because, they order movies off of Amazon. Just a minute. They sometimes order new movies off of Amazon and stuff, and get them in, and so they got the new Ghostbusters, and, because I have a deep love of Ghostbusters, the movies, all the stuff, they actually put it on hold for me just because for, when I came in sometime. And that was really cool. That's better. That was really cool of them to do. And, okay, I'm kind of droning on. Let's get to the meat of this video. Let's get to the part that's important. Let's get to the reason you clicked on this video. My updated thoughts on the movie. So, I liked the movie. It wasn't great. I didn't love it like I was hoping I would. But I liked it a lot. It was a really good attempt to do something different with the brand, and I felt like they pulled it off pretty well. Now, that was watching it in July when it came out. I went and saw it for my birthday, and I had a really good time. A few months later, the Blu-ray and DVD has just come out. I haven't seen it since then, except when I went over to Mason's house the other day. We started to watch the extended edition. I got past maybe the beginning scene and fell asleep. So, I still really haven't seen the movie since first seeing it in theaters. And, just getting to it, I still like the movie. I was expecting my thoughts and opinions to maybe change a little, but honestly, I still really like the movie, and I even ventured, I'm gonna dare to say this, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel, and I don't want to be ashamed of how I feel, because this is YouTube, and, I mean, you have to be real and tell the truth and give your honest opinion. So my honest opinion, I love the new Ghostbusters movie. Now, is that me saying, I'm not gonna defend everything. Do I think some of the jokes fell flat? Yes. Do I think the character of Kevin was too stupid? Yes. But the movie, the characters are good. Honestly, if you watch my original review, you'll know that I believe I said that the most one-dimensional characters are Kristen Wiig and I believe I said Melissa McCarthy. And watching it again, the characters weren't as one-dimensional. They still didn't quite get to the point where they felt like real people, like Patty and Holtzman. But they did have a little bit more depth this time around than they did the first time around, and I put that in part to the fact that when I saw the movie in theaters, I missed the beginning. We went to go see it in theaters. We went to go see the 2D showing, and we accidentally walked into the 3D one. And so we were sitting there waiting, because the 3D one started after the 2D one, so we were waiting for a minute for the movie to start, and then it said, please put on your 3D glasses, and we realized we went to the wrong theater, and we walked in, and the movie was maybe 15-20 minutes in, so we missed the whole beginning part. And it really did help the characters out a bit. Like, the scene where you see Erin at Columbia University, and it's after she's practicing to give her big speech, and she's gonna get her tenure, and you could just tell when she finds out that the book that she and Abby wrote was actually released without her permission, and it will have an effect on her career and her job, and you can tell Kristen Wiig has always, for me, for all the things I've seen her in, she's always been a good actor. But I just felt like in this movie she played the role well, she just gave a little bit of a one-dimensional performance, and the character didn't have much depth. But when you hear, like, some of the stories about her as a kid and stuff, and see, like, all she's worked towards, and how she's affected by the fact that she gets fired because she believes ghosts are real and this whole thing happens. It adds a little bit of layers to the character that weren't there the first time I watched the movie and really helped the character out. Another thing, Patty. I thought when I first saw the movie, I found Patty to be a little cartoony and slightly annoying, and I will say that now that I'm used to the character, it's not as bad this time. There are still some slightly cartoony moments, but I didn't feel annoyed by the character anymore. And honestly, my opinion on Holtzman hasn't changed. Holtzman is still the most interesting character in this movie by far. I mean, she's weird and random, and some of the stuff she says just shocks you. But one scene we did miss that I wish we didn't miss, because I would have loved to have seen this in theaters. It's Holtzman, when they're first moving into the Chinese restaurant, and they're unloading their gear, she's working on something, and she just starts dancing around to DeBarge, and it was hilarious, it was weird, it was just out there, and I honestly thought that it was one of the funniest moments in the movie. So, other stuff in this movie that improved upon second viewing. The villain, Rowan. Now, these are just my updated thoughts on the theatrical version, mind you. I probably will do a review once I actually watch the full version of the extended edition. Again, I only got past, like, the first maybe 10-15 minutes. So, I will do an update. I will do another video once I see the extended edition where I review the extended edition. But, so, other stuff that improved. I didn't feel the cameos and stuff as forced this time. See, when I saw it in theaters, I think because I was expecting one thing from the movie and got a different thing instead, the cameos felt, like, very stuck in and stuff, but the second time around, now that I knew what was gonna happen, it didn't feel as forced, and I didn't react to it as badly as before, and it was okay. So, you know, that kind of brings it up. And another thing regarding that, the plot. The plot is a lot better the second time around because, again, with seeing it the first time, you have expectations. You think, and I feel like this with almost every movie that you have no idea really what's going on, is that you create a movie in your head, and when that's not the movie that you get, I feel like that's a little off-putting to some people. I think there are some people who react negatively to movies just because it's not what they thought the movie was going to be. And, I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I have done that before. I've talked poorly of movies just because it wasn't the movie I expected, and going back, and now that I know what the movies were, I didn't react as badly, and I even now like a lot of those movies. I can name one off the top of my head right now. Terminator Genesis. That one I was expecting something very different, and, you know, it was pretty close, honestly, to what I was expecting, but it did have some major differences that at first I was taken aback by, and then as I watched the movie more, there are even some movies that I think are bad because they're not what I thought they were going to be that actually fix it in the movie itself, and that is the case of Terminator Genesis, but that's another video for another time. But this movie, now that I knew what the plot was going to be and knew what was going to happen, and I didn't have the expectations of what I was thinking was going to happen in this movie, the plot was a lot better when I wasn't expecting something different. But all in all, the movie on second viewing improved for me, and I know that's not the case with a lot of people. I know a lot of people still hate this movie. Do I understand why some people don't like it? Yes. I do understand where some people are coming from with why they didn't like it. Do I think the movie did its job? Yes. What did it promise us? It promised us some cool action, some laughs, and something different than the original Ghostbusters. And what did we get? We got some pretty cool action. That ending fight when Holtzman pops out the two guns and she's going through... That was probably the coolest scene in the whole movie. The way the music plays through, and it felt like a truly amazing, awesome, cool moment. Another... Okay, so laughs. There were a lot of laughs in this movie, like when the guy at the Science Institute is flipping off the Ghostbusters before they have Patty, so it's just Holtzman, Abby, and Aaron, and like Erin gets fired from her job, and she goes to Abby and Holtzman, and she's like, and they're like, hey, now that you believe us again, you're not being, like, now that you're not doubting us anymore, and now that her and Abby have kind of mended fences a little bit, she's like, hey, you could come work for us, all we gotta do is ask for more money. And then, it cuts to the scene where they're talking to the dean, and he's like, to be honest, I didn't even know you guys still existed. And, he kicks them out, flips them off, tells them to suck it, and so, yeah, it was pretty funny. Or Kevin, again, Kevin was hilarious. Kevin was the funniest character in this movie. And yes, is he stupid? Yeah. Is he too stupid? Yeah. Did I cringe a little bit inside when they told him not to listen and he covered his eyes? Yeah, I cringed. That's probably one of the dumbest moments in this movie, but it's not enough to drag the movie down. For me, honestly. So yeah. I love this movie. I love the new Ghostbusters. Is it as good as the original? No. Will it ever take away from my love of the original? No. But do I love the original? Yes. Do I love Ghostbusters 2? For a very special reason, kinda. Is it a good movie? No. I think the nostalgia of it and growing up with the original two Ghostbusters is what mainly drives my love of Ghostbusters 2, but I recognize it is not a good movie at all. But, do I love this movie? Yes, I love this movie. It is the Ghostbusters movie we need. Because, no, hear me out. You guys have probably turned this video off by now because you're thinking I'm crazy because I love this movie, but what's the main complaint about most reboots? Is that, they try too hard to be the same movie as the original, that it's like, what's the point of even remaking it if it's just the original movie again? That was the complaint with the Psycho remake, Point Break, a bunch of reboots. It was just trying to be the same movie, just with a different skin. And I said this in my original review of Ghostbusters, I'll say it again. This movie does not try to be the original Ghostbusters, and that is where the most, in my opinion, the most successful part of the movie is that it does not try to be the original. Because it could easily just be a complete rehash of the original Ghostbusters movie, but it isn't. Is there some stuff rehashed? Yes. But there's enough different that it's worth it. It's worth, but then on the other side of things, like, you can't win though, because people are complaining because it wasn't enough like the original, but then if it was exactly the same as the original, people would be complaining because it's just a rehash, a complete and entire rehash of the original. You can't win with this movie, really. Like, I'm probably going to lose a lot of credit because I actually like this movie, but you know what? If you guys are gonna hate me and disagree with me and call me stupid, call me a feminist, call me this and that because of my opinion on a stupid movie that really doesn't matter, but a movie that I enjoyed and found fun and original and amazing, go ahead, because if you're gonna be that close-minded about things, honestly, why are you even here? Now, I'm not saying that I'm right. Maybe this movie is a piece of crap and I'm wrong, but that's the great thing about opinions, is that while my opinion may be different than some of yours, at least I found some enjoyment in this movie. At least I saw a glimmer of hope that Ghostbusters can be back. But yeah, that's my opinion. That's my updated opinion on the new Ghostbusters. I know I kind of went off on some tangents there, but I tried to stay on focus as much as possible. I am glad to be back doing videos again. I'll do another video later explaining why I haven't been doing videos in a bit, but, feels good. It feels good to say this again. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you want to see more videos like this where I go into deeper analysis of movies. Also, leave a like to see more videos. Don't forget to check out my reaction video to some of my older videos from other channels. Also, let me know in the comments, what did you think of this Ghostbusters movie? Did you see it in theaters? What did you think of it in theaters? And did you watch it again on, after it came out on Blu-ray? And let me know what you think of it now. Let me know what your guys' updated thoughts are. And, I'll be very happy to reply to any comments that anyone leaves in this video. And also, please subscribe to see more videos, like this. Don't, subscribe to see more videos in general. I'm really excited to start working on the Halloween special for you guys. I'm also continuing to work on The Flash. I announced this on my Facebook, but I realized that not everyone who watches these videos has access to Facebook or even knows I have a Facebook. But I have delayed the release date for The Flash Fastest Man Alive to December 30th. I'm still working on it right now. We had some recastings and stuff. I don't want to get too much into it, but we're working on it. It's going really well, and I'm really excited to show you guys the final product. I'm really excited to get this done and show it to you guys. But so yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and to go out, I'm gonna grab something. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I missed you. I missed you a lot. Just a second. Oh, I miss this. Hey, this, what I'm showing you guys right now, this is actually a proton pack that I built, because if you didn't know this, I actually was working on a Ghostbusters film for a bit. I might actually look into working on something Ghostbusters related again, because I really don't want this prop to go to waste. I'm gonna use this in some stuff, I think. But let me show it to you guys, because I'm actually very proud of how this turned out. This is one of the only, like, prop builds I've ever actually completed that I've started working on. This and the Kylo Ren lightsaber in the background there. But yeah, so this is the proton pack. The base for it is actually the box I got my quadcopter drone in. Then there's some Tupperware on there to make a panel. There's some duct tape. Some of these little pieces of masking tape are coming off, but that's really all I had to work with. But like, I added little red light dots. I glued this little metal bit in here. It's like a door lock thing, and I drew in the little red in there. I put a little sticker on there that says 84 on it. That's kind of like a little nod to 1984, which is when the original Ghostbusters came out. There's a little knobby thing here that I just glued on for no reason. Oh, jeez. That was a slam. And then I just put a little label on there that says Egon, because, you know, I think it'd be a good idea to label whose proton pack is whose, because, honestly, there's one thing that doesn't make sense. Why do they all have the same proton packs? I think, I like to think that, it'd be cool if the proton packs were, like, custom made for specifications for each Ghostbuster. Like, maybe one has longer arms so the cord is longer. One has, you know, maybe one can't carry as much weight, so it has to be made smaller. It doesn't have as many attachments and bells and whistles as the others. Stuff like that. I think that's a cool idea. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Leave a like if you like this video, or if you like proton packs and prop builds. Leave a comment on what you think of everything, and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching.